Hey Guru Nation, welcome back to another short episode. Today I'm going through a job description for a clinical trial assistant from a pharmaceutical company. And again, clinical trial assistant might mean different things at different organizations, but in this case, it's a pharmaceutical company. So this is what they are asking for. This is the job description, much more important than the job title. Create and maintain essential document tracker. So what does this mean? This means that you are literally tracking the essential documents in a study, which are the 1572 forms, the logs, the financial disclosure forms, the IRB approvals, GCP, CV, IATA. These things expire, and these things also get updated. Like 1572, for example, gets updated when there's a new sub-I or a change of address or a new lab added. This is what gets tracked on the document tracker. Comprehensive trial master file review. So TMF at a sponsor level is where all the essential documents and basically all the regulatory documents and monitoring reports get filed from the sponsor's control. So basically, imagine you have a study with 30 sites. Each site has its own reg binder. Each site gets its own monitoring visit reports from monitoring visits. Those all go in the trial master file. And this person, clinical trial assistant, is going to be tracking what's in there, what's on the document tracker, what's missing from the TMF. That's a comprehensive TMF review. Um, then another one is they are assisting with ClinOps, so clinical operations, internal electronic filing of study documents. So basically, it's the same thing, right? But instead of a TMF, maybe they store the documents in another cloud server of some sort. If you understand the concepts, it doesn't matter what platforms they're using. You can learn how to use those platforms. Contracts and budgets facilitate the initiation and maintenance of clinical trial agreements, which are the contracts between the sponsors and the sites. Non-disclosure agreements, which are the secrecy agreements between the sponsors and the sites. Contract execution, vendor purchase orders. So who's the vendor, the EDC, the central labs, the patient recruitment vendor. You're keeping those things as well in a secured location, and miscellaneous study requests. So pretty simple. It's basically filing position, electronic filing. Uh, Reconciliation and management of key documents. So basically regulatory documents, contracts, everything mentioned already. Assist in purchase order related inquiries. So this is pretty simple. I mean, every sponsor has its own vendors and purchase orders, and you just got to make sure that these are being executed properly, that they're on time, that they're on budget. Assist in subject travel inquiries, escalation, or exemptions. So if a site needs a extra budget for subject transportation to and from a clinic, for example, I had one study where we actually had the sponsor was allowing us to fly in patients from other cities to our site. And then there was a surgery center, so they would have to fly them to that surgery center as well. They paid for the airline tickets and everything. So this is what that would be. This is an example of that. Protocol and informed consent development process. Sponsor does do this. Um, you assist with the informed consent development process. Every site has its own address, PI, phone number. You're making sure that those are getting done properly. But even before that, you're assisting in creating the templates and the protocol as well. Some of these sponsors have hundreds of protocols going on at any given time. Ensure the ICF form sign-offs are filed in the trial master file. It's pretty simple. Now, study startup. You're assisting with study startup. So you're assisting with uh, admin assistance with internal and external meetings. So you're meeting with the sponsor, with the CRO, and then also with the sites. Assist in preparation of investigator meeting materials. So for an investigator meeting, you are preparing the welcome letter. You are preparing the slides maybe for the PIs during the investigator meeting. These days they're virtual. but even if they're in-person investigator meetings, it's the same thing. Study brochures, study reference manuals. You're assisting with all of that. Assist with IP and investigational product pack release from review quality control checks. That's regarding the investigational product. Manage various ClinOp documents. So that's a little redundant from what we had spoken about previously. Assisting in the management of CRO deliverables from meeting minutes to finalize informed consent. So you see, this is a sponsor. If you're a CTA at a sponsor, your role is different than a CTA at a CRO, because a CTA at a sponsor, you are assisting in the management of CRO deliverables. So you're probably working with the CTA from the CRO. You are overseeing the management of the deliverables, meeting minutes, finalized ICF, different things like that. Process documents for signature in DocuSign. So you got to get the documents, essential documents, in order, ready for whomever needs to electronically sign it to just click a button and sign it. It doesn't happen automatically. You have to actually click where people are going to click to e-sign. Study conduct and closeout. Ensure accurate study entry and updates to clinicaltrials.gov. It's fairly simple. They're going to teach you how to do this. You're going to get a username and a password for clinicaltrials.gov. Identify any issues with resolution, escalates to study specialist, assist in the conduct of study closeout, site all the sites, reconciliation activities, filing, archiving. You got to know that. Then this particular position has some interesting features that a CTA from like a CRO or a site won't have to deal with, like in this case, insurance. Request and coordinate written approval for country insurance policies, site specific certificates and their updates. So, that part, the site specific certificates, you might need to do like CLIA waiver, medical malpractice, premise liability, indemnification, those kind of things. You're helping make sure that all the sites have, the CROs have, and the sponsor has. Ensure appropriate distribution and archiving of policies and certificates. Track insurance expiry dates. So this is the same thing, just on the insurance side, on the liability side for the sponsor CRO and the site. You're making sure that everything's up to date. Those are essential documents as well from the insurance perspective. So this is the exact same thing you're doing with the essential documents. It's just with insurance and liability. Investigational product, assist in all IP related tasks, assist in managing ancillary supplies. So sites need lab kits, sites need EKGs, sites need new patient reported outcome diaries. These are the things you're helping with. And then attend clinical ops team meets and those kind of things. So this is a lot. You can tell it's a lot for a CTA, clinical trial assistant, at a sponsor level, which again means nothing. You need to look at the job description, because what we just broke down tells you everything you need to know about this position. Good luck. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you soon.